don't miss the biggest nights in MMA.
We are now set for the main event.
There's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my!
Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
Oh, that's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that! The drama keeps continuing, Shelly.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Oh, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net.
And shoots. Score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on the Zone.
Magnificent.
That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
The Zone is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
for the undefeated mighty Muhammad Alakil. And now we will have the fighters face off. David Calabro and mighty Muhammad Alakil.
Better and better every time I see him, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely, Ad. I mean, Abel Sanchez is one of the best trainers in the game, especially when it comes to that hard training. He's in the mountains of Big Bear. We saw how it worked with Triple G, and he's really trying to turn Muhammad Alakil into a puncher.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super featherweight contest. Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round heavyweight contest. First, we will welcome, coming to us from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. He brings a record of 7 wins, just 1 defeat, 1 win by knockout. Let's welcome Brandon, the real-life Rocky Colantonio. And now we welcome undefeated with 5 wins. All 5 wins come by way of knockout. From the Space City of Houston, Texas, here is the Rocket, Joshua Edwards. First to the scale, we welcome Brandon Colantonio. $236 for Brandon, the real-life Rocky Colantonio. Now to the scale, Joshua Edwards. $236.5 for the undefeated, the Rocket, Joshua Edwards. And now we will have both fighters face off for the final time.
It's always good, Sergio, to see heavyweight prospects coming through, and I guess that's what we're hoping to see with Joshua Edwards. I almost want to fast forward time and see him get to 15-16-0 to see if he's going to be that guy.
No, he's going to be that guy because he has that
amateur
pedigree. He has the power, big right hand, excellent footwork. In this new era of heavyweights, you need IQ and you need footwork. Edwards has both.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round middleweight contest. Let's first welcome a native of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, now fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada. His professional record consists of 22 wins, 6 defeats, 1 draw, 11 wins by knockout. Let's welcome Luis Cuba Arias. And now let's welcome from Oakland, California. Undefeated with 15 wins, 13 of his 15 wins come by way of knockout. Here is Amari the Reaper Jones. And first to the scale, we welcome Luis Arias. $162.5 for Luis Cuba Arias. Now to the scale, Amari Jones. $163 for the undefeated Amari the Reaper Jones. And now both fighters to face off for the final time.
We love these fights, Mike. Prospect versus veteran. Sometimes the veteran gets the better of the prospect, but Amari Jones thought of very highly. The way, I guess, Arias was back in 2016, 2017. It's an intriguing matchup, this one.
Yeah, Amari Jones is a prospect, like you said. We've been hearing about him for a long time now. Former Devin Haney stablemate. And you see him rocking the rat tail, right? Let's see if he has the kind of power like two other guys that rock the rat tail, and Lucas Matisse and Costa Zoo.
Yeah, some big names to be with there. You're right, indeed. Marcus Maidana did it as well, didn't he? Yeah, it as well.
Good shout, yeah.
These two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round middleweight contest. Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the WBA Continental Americas Super Middleweight Championship. Let's first welcome a native of Accra, Ghana, now fighting out of Nashville, Tennessee. He brings a record of 29 wins, 4 defeats. 23 of his 29 wins come by way of knockout. Here is the challenger and former WBC USA champion, Senna the Assassin Agbeko. And now let's welcome a native of Shoimbek, Uzbekistan. Now fighting out of Indio, California. He has a professional record of 16 wins, just 1 defeat. 10 of his 16 wins come by way of knockout. A 2016 Olympic silver medalist. Let's welcome the reigning and defending WBA Continental Americas Super Middleweight Champion, Bek the Bully Melikusiev. And first to the scale, the challenger, Senna Agbeko. $168 for Senna the Assassin Agbeko. Now to the scale, Bek Melikusiev. $167.5 for the defending champion, Bek the Bully Melikusiev. And now let's have the fighters face off for the final time.
Sergio, I know muscles don't win fights, right? But come in the best shape that you possibly come in. Senna Agbeko looks like he's been carved out of stone. He looks in incredible shape.
That man is, that's the most muscular frame I've ever seen. That's like Timothy Bradley back in the day, just ripped, round muscles. And Bek the Bully looks great too. Normally he's a little bit soft. He looks in incredible shape. These are two big punchers, different style of punching, but this should be explosive.
Mike, both incredible shape, aren't they? I mean, and by the way, these are ceremonial
Once again,
weights.
these two competing.
Yeah, look, Mel Cruzia in that last fight against Fulgham, that was an incredible fight, and I was so impressed that he dropped him in the 12th round. So when your power carries that late, that shows you the kind of power you have.
Can't wait for that one. What a card we've got. For that to be that low on the card shows how deep this stat card is.
Our next two fighters to the scale competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest in the junior welterweight division. Let's first welcome a native of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, now fighting out of Sicklerville, New Jersey. His professional record, 17 wins, 2 defeats, 7 wins, come by way of knockout. He is the former WBC USA Silver Champion, Nair Pretty Boy Wu Albright. And now let's welcome a native of Detroit, Michigan, now fighting out of Dallas, Texas. His professional record, 19 wins, just 1 defeat. 13 of his 19 wins come by way of knockout. Here is the former world title challenger and the current WBA Continental Americas champion, Frank the Ghost Martin. And first to the scale, we welcome Nair Albright. $142 for Nair Pretty Boy Wu Albright. Now to the scale, Frank Martin. $140.5 for Frank the Ghost Martin. And now let's have the fighters face off for the final time.
And I have the hardest trouble in picking a winner. I think this is a genuine 50-50 fight, and this is a massive sleeper on this card.
Yeah, you stole the words from me. I was going to call it a sleeper. It's a tremendous action fight, I think, in the making. The heel Albright, he showed what he could do against Keyshawn Davis a couple of years ago. And Frank Martin, I know he lost to Gervonta Davis, but he scored a brutal knockout of his own in December against Francis Bartholomew. That was one of the scariest knockouts we've seen in years.
Yeah, and I think Frank looks extra strong with the extra 5 pounds as well, Sergio. Obviously now a 140 guy. And this is a good example to young fighters. Go up in weight. Don't try and kill yourself and squeeze into a weight division. He looks really good on stage as a 140 pounder.
Yeah, he does look, because he has wide shoulders and he's able to really put on that weight without it looking flabby. He looks muscular, he looks confident. And I got to tell you guys, I agree. This is the type of fight that could be a sleeper. Albright is coming off a big win against a southpaw, and he had that great showing against Keyshawn Davis. He's been fighting undefeated after undefeated fighters, beating some of them, competing with all of them. This is going to be an excellent style matchup. Don't sleep on Albright.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a 10-round junior welterweight contest. Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it will be for the WBA Junior Welterweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Yokohama, Kanagawa, Japan, undefeated, 24 wins, 19 of his 24 wins come by way of knockout. He is the former WBO Asia Pacific champion and the undefeated mandatory challenger, Andy "The Blade" Iraoka. And now let's welcome from Capitol Heights, Maryland, USA, a 2016 Olympian, now with a professional record of 18 wins, just 1 defeat. 17 of his 18 wins come by way of knockout. Tomorrow, in his first world title defense, and ranked as the number 8 junior welterweight in the world by Ring Magazine, here is the reigning and defending WBA junior welterweight champion of the world, Gary Antoine Russell. And first to the scale, we welcome the challenger, Andy Hiraoka. $139.5 for the challenger, Andy "The Blade" Hiraoka. And now we will welcome to the scale the defending world champion, Gary Antoine Russell. $140 even for the defending world champion, Gary Antoine Russell. And we will now have the fighters face off for the final time.
Very interesting to see that Gary Antoine Russell weighed 140 even. He's coming at 137, he's coming at 138. He's now officially moved into this weight class correctly. A great fight here. I guess, Mike, it all hinges on how Hiraoka kind of just gets used to the timelines and the time zone quickly.
Yeah, look, it's not going to be easy. You're talking about a 17-hour time difference. I believe it's a 12-hour flight. He just got in 72 hours ago. Not ideal. And let's not forget, there's been a lot of starts and starts with this fight. This fight was supposed to happen in November. Yeah. It got pushed all the way to February.
He does look in incredible shape though, Hiraoka. Bear in mind, I mean, they weighed in a few hours ago. He doesn't look like he's put on a pound since. He looks in incredible shape. Antoine Russell starts as the favorite. Again, it speaks to the depth of this 140-pound division, Sergio.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest for the WBA Junior Welterweight Championship of the World.
All right, I'm here with Andy Hiraoka. You just flew in from Japan last night, about a 20-hour travel day. How do you feel about jet lag, and do you think it's going to be a factor in your performance tomorrow?
I don't have it. I don't have jet lag problems. And I've been waiting for this fight. I can't wait to fight. I understand Gary Antoine is very aggressive fighter, and he's a great fighter. But yeah, I can't wait to fight.
What do you think this fight is going to look like tomorrow night? Not a lot of people here in America are familiar with you. What kind of fight will they see?
It's going to be a great fight. Yep, I promise.
You'll win by knockout or decision?
Whatever.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you. Arigato. Arigato.
Well, Gary, your first time sizing him up this week. Andy just got into the country. What did you think of what you saw, and what did you say to him there at the end?
I said he better bring his A game. May the best man win. We share the same battlefield, you know, and I see honor in that. So he better come correct.
The tall guy fighting in your weight class, what's going to be the key to chopping him down?
I got to get my axe. I got to get my axe. You know, I know he's going to bring his physical best, you know, and I'm prepared for it.
17 of your 18 wins have come by knockout. The last 2 fights, though, have gone to a decision. Is this the fight that you think gets that knockout streak back on?
I think so. I believe so. But like I said before, the concession stand is going to have its popcorn, so y'all get y'all popcorn.
Good luck, Gary.
Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, our highly anticipated co-main event tomorrow, scheduled 12 rounds, and it will be for the IBF Junior Welterweight Championship of the World. We will first welcome the challenger from Parral, Chihuahua, Mexico. He brings a professional record of 30 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw. 23 of his 30 wins come by way of knockout. Here is the former WBA Continental Americas champion, Oscar La Migraña Duarte. And now let's welcome the defending world champion from Brooklyn, New York, USA, a 2016 Olympian, now undefeated as a professional. 20 wins, 8 of his 20 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked as the #3 junior welterweight in the world by Ring Magazine, and in his second world title defense, here is the reigning and defending IBF junior welterweight champion of the world, Richardson Hitchens. And we welcome first to the scale, Oscar Duarte. $140 even for the challenger, Oscar La Migraña Duarte. Now to the scale, the defending world champion, Richardson Hitchens. The same and even 140 for the defending world champion, Richardson Hitchens. And now both fighters to face off for the final time.
You know, gents, every time I look at this card, and it can go all the way back to the Mario Jones-Luis Arias fight, it's guys that have headlined big shows throughout their career. I mean, this really is a card of headline act fights. This might be the biggest one of them all. This is an incredible fight in the 140-pound division. And again, Mike, Sergio, we've been speaking about this division. One of these guys thinks they're #1. Someone's telling the truth, someone isn't. It's
He has a guy in Oscar Duarte who's been there and done that. He feels it's his time to finally shine and represent for Mexico. I love this fascinating matchup.
I always love these fights between African Americans and Mexicans just because it brings a different style. The African American, the slick boxers, the Mexicans, the brawlers, and it always seems to be a style that gels and works well.
Yeah, I think, Otto, you hit the nail right on the head. For me, it's my favorite style. The boxer, puncher, Richardson Hitchens, maybe a boxer versus the pressure fighter, relentless pressure from Duarte.
This is our co-main event tomorrow. 12-round schedule for the IBF Junior Welterweight Championship of the World.
Again, the IBF Super Lightweight title on the line. The champion there, Richardson Hitchens, beating his chest out. You ain't taking that belt. Really intriguing fight, this one. We are going to hear from both fighters as well when the stage clears, with a lot of people on that stage. This almost looks like the main event. This is the chief support people. We've still got one more to go after this, but it is a great main event, Mike.
Yeah, look, with all these Ring Magazine cards, you have several fights that could headline their own shows, and what I think is really setting the bar high. See, all these fighters come in incredible shape. You have 3 top fights at 140 and then the main event at 147. So I think a lot of these guys know that they can be fighting each other in the future.
Indeed they can. All right, let's hear from the challenger first. Is Oscar Duarte. He's on stage with Todd Grisham.
I'm here with Oscar Duarte, one half of tomorrow night's co-main event. I know you've been working on your English. We learned yesterday you know all the bad words. You had some choice things to say to your opponent. What's going to happen tomorrow night when that bell rings? What can we expect from you?
I very happy for this big opportunity. I happy with Oscar de la Hoya and every team, and I'm ready for really work for tomorrow. I training very hard in this camp. I training is my best preparation, and ready for give a title to Mexico and to me.
What are you going to do to him tomorrow? What are you going to do to him tomorrow?
I going fight to the first round. I go for the knockout.
All right. Good luck to you, Boa Suerte.
Well, Richardson, you are not a guy that often promises to knock opponents out, but you've been saying all week long that you were going to stop Oscar Duarte. Why are you so confident that this fight ends in a knockout?
Because his approach is going to be reckless tomorrow. He's going to come at me. He's not going to be patient, and I'm going to have something waiting for him. I'm a superb boxer. This ain't just come forward and go for the knockout. He's done that in the past and been knocked out. I've never been knocked out, but tomorrow night, he'll realize.
What do you think is going to happen when he comes right at you tomorrow night?
He's going to he's going to run into some shit, for sure.
You're a 140-pound champion now. What are people going to be saying about Richardson Hitchens after this fight?
I'm one of the best fighters in the world. I've been proving it for some time now. Every guy that I done fought, I always did the best job against him that other opponents have. He's no different. I'll make sure tomorrow night he know who Richardson Hitchens is, and I'm the best, one of the best fighters in the sport of boxing.
You got a lot of Mexican fans going to be in that building. A lot of Mexican fans here in this building tonight supporting Oscar Duarte. Do you like fighting in this kind of atmosphere?
Yeah, the fans can't fight for him. They can scream, they could do all that. He got to go in there and fight me, and it's going to be me and him in there. Him staring at me with his ugly, mean look don't mean shit to me. Tomorrow night, we got to squabble up, and it's time to work.
Good luck, Richardson.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I love it. I'm sold. Take my money. I'm sold. I love it. I think, honestly, I think it's a really intriguing chief support. If you're Richardson Hitchens, the carrot's being dangled in front of you in terms of the names that you could fight at 140 or 147. You heard his manager, Keith Connolly, saying, look, potentially we go Dalton Smith, maybe we go to Devin Haney. He has to get the win tomorrow, and he has to look good.
Yeah, he has to look really good. I mean, he looked great in his last fight against George Kambosos. Kambosos is obviously a bit long in the tooth. Duarte, I think, is going to be a lot stronger in there, a lot more pressure, and he can punch.
Yeah, this is a really intriguing matchup because Oscar Duarte, all of a sudden, since that Ryan Garcia defeat, looked so good. And I think Mike mentioned it yesterday, the Kenneth Sims Jr. win, that's a big, big win. I mean, he was going in as an underdog, and he got the job done.
That's a big win that is going to prepare him for this style matchup because you're going to have to chase him down. The thing about Oscar Duarte, he suffocates opponents. He knows how to pressure. He knows how to cut off the ring. And he's a volume puncher, a very strong volume puncher that can take a big shot and hide behind those big muscular shoulders. Hitchens, I see where the confidence comes from. He's not a knockout puncher, but whenever you have that much mass coming your way, you know, you don't really need to land that hard. You know, you're meeting him halfway with that aggression. So Duarte's going to meet him halfway. Hitch is going to be punching a lot harder come Saturday night.
I believe we have a delivery that's just coming our way, which is always, who doesn't like a DoorDash delivery? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
I got my enchiladas.
I love it. Hopefully they're not just teasing me, and hopefully I get to keep what's inside here. Look, DoorDash, what do you like to get and eat between fights? I'm a Chinese man. You can get everything on DoorDash. What's your food of choice in between fights? A bit of a pizza?
I gotta have Mexican food. Mexican food, baby. I mean, enchiladas, tacos, carne asada, whatever it is.
Mike, what's your choice?
You know, it really depends what city we're in. You know, if I'm in New York, obviously Chinese or pizza.
Yeah, can't
in
go
Vegas,
wrong.
they have a lot of great choices. But hey, you guys gonna share with me or what?
No, we're not giving it. Make sure you scan the QR code. Go to DoorDash.com as well. Get your food for fight night. All right, we've got so much coming on the zone. We've got one perfect place for everything that's coming your way as well. That's the locker room.
The Locker Room. The new home of the Zone's boxing content. All your big hitters, all in one place.
Lions in the camp, lions in the camp, lions in the camp. Welcome on board the rivalry line.
Like, I've never put attention on becoming a star. It's just kind of happened.
More exclusive content than ever before.
Welcome to Inside the Ring, boxing's official show of record.
Where boxing lives, breathes, and never stops.
Well, the franchise is considered super. Exactly.
Weekly content from all your favorite creators, promoters, and influencers. The Locker Room, only on DAZN, the global home of boxing.
Yeah, we've got loads of stuff on the Locker Room. Just head over to the DAZN app right now and step inside the Locker Room for exclusive, unfiltered, raw content that you won't find anywhere else. Unwrapped, inside the ring, the best of face-off as well. No scripts, no filters, just the fight game truth, and all of that right now available on DAZN.
Knowing, you know, who to collab with, it's just fun. Honestly, it's just fun, and just being around people that get it. Yeah, the shot that shook the world. Yeah, I mean, guys, this is one of my most famous boxing shots I've ever done. It's a one-hitter quitter to the body. Devin Haney one, I was hyped. The ref had to hold me back. That ref was trying to save him, for sure. And then the Duno one, I was just hyped. I knocked him out in the first round. Everybody thought I was going to lose.
Right now, he's down, he goes. Right-handed hook, and Duno's hurt. Duno's hurt bad.
It has been a crazy timeline for Ryan Garcia. He's hoping for the perfect ending to that timeline tomorrow night in front of what will be a sold-out crowd at the T-Mobile Arena. I think the crowd in front of us, it'd be interesting to see who gets the cheers here, because I think Mario Barrios has got a big fan base as well.
He does, especially in Texas, but Ryan Garcia is a global superstar. I'm expecting like 70-30 in favor of Garcia.
Yeah, and he might need to feed off that crowd as well, because we said he maybe does look like he's lacking a bit of energy during fight week. I think once he comes out here and the crowd goes wild, I think Ryan will almost reciprocate the noise they make.
Yeah, fighters like Ryan Garcia, they feed off the energy, they feed off the crowd. So, I mean, a lot of people are showing up here. I really expect Ryan Garcia to really shine come fight night, because he's been really subdued. He hasn't really been the manic Ryan Garcia of old, you know, the adrenaline-filled guy. So I'm curious to see if it actually translates into the ring on Saturday night and he does something special.
Yeah, that's what we hope, right? I'm hearing that Ryan Garcia is in the building as well. He is here. There you go. I mean, what's this? I know you got a fancy car. Is this a McLaren, Mike? Is it a Ferrari, a Lambo? I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
Is it your car, Mike? Is it your car?
I wish I had a car like that. Maybe, you know, if I keep working real hard. But remember, Ryan had an amazing entrance last year in May in Times Square against Rolly Romero. He pulled up in a sports car. Yeah. We saw how that went. So hopefully this is not a bad omen for tomorrow night.
I love it. He's got the outfit to match the car. That's when you know Ryan's got too many cars and too many outfits, when you can pick and choose cars and outfit color. But it does look good. He looks really good. It's going to be so intriguing, Sergio, to see the size of both men right here, right now. I think we all believe that Barrios is going to be considerably bigger. 10 hours or so after they weighed in, it's going to be intriguing to see.
Mario Barrios is going to be naturally bigger, but Ryan Garcia doesn't rely on size. He relies on speed. that quick twitch muscle, that left hand, that jab. And he's just so explosive. So he's dangerous when he's lean. He's not dangerous when he's bulky. Mario Barrios, he's not a puncher, but he's not really a lean fighter which relies on speed as well. So he relies on getting on the inside and really roughing you up. So Ryan Garcia serves him best to stay lean, stay mean, stay sharp, and of course lightning quick.
Yeah, we can see him flanked by his dad there as well. What difference does his dad bring to this training camp? Obviously he's trained his son before, and I think Ryan mentioned it yesterday, he's unbeaten with his dad. What does he bring? An extra air of confidence? Did it take him to the fun times when it wasn't about glamour and fame, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, in the best case scenario, I think that's what it would be on, a familiarity, comfort from the good times. But if you have a skeptical view of it, you could say, hey, maybe Ryan is not as focused as he wants to be. You know, we've all heard in the past that Ryan wants to be calling the shots in training camp, and certainly you can't do that with Joe Goosen. So we're going to see how it plays out.
How much pressure on Ryan, Sergio? Again, look, he's been very honest. Maybe he didn't deserve the shot. Coming off a defeat and then a no contest before that, he has to take one of these opportunities. You look at that kind of the pack, right, of Javante, him, Shakur, Devon. He's the only one, Teofimo, he's the only one not to win a world title. A lot of these guys now are multi-world champions. How much pressure on Ryan to get his first world title tomorrow?
It's do or die. I mean, his career is really on the line because Ryan Garcia, we know that he has the popularity. He has the hooks and the looks, I like to say, but the following is not going to crown you a champion. I don't care how many times you get called King Ryan. You're not a champion yet. You don't have that strap. You haven't heard the three most beautiful words in boxing, and the new, until Ryan Garcia hears that and he gets minted as a world champion, he can actually be accepted by boxing and finally be called a world champion.
Okay, let's make it official. Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia. The weigh-in, let's throw it to the best of them all, Mr. Michael Buffer.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you've just witnessed with the weigh-ins, we have a fantastic evening of world-class and world championship boxing in store for everyone tomorrow night. But now, welcome to the main event weigh-in for the ring. High stakes. Barrios versus Garcia. 12 rounds of boxing for the Ring Magazine and World Boxing Council welterweight championship of the world. It's all going down tomorrow night, February 21st, here at the T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. It's a presentation by Ring Magazine, Sella, and Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions in association with TGB Promotions. Sponsored by Thomas J. Henry Law Firm, Everlast, and IFX Payments. A reminder, there are some tickets left and available on AXS.com. And this event in its entirety will be broadcast live and exclusively worldwide on DAZN. So at this time, let's bring the main event fighters to the ring and to the scale, to the stage and to the scale. First, the challenger, fighting out of Victorville, California, a 2016 Olympian, now with an outstanding professional record, 24 victories, 20 of those 24 wins by knockout, only 2 defeats. He's the former WBC silver lightweight champion and former WBC lightweight interim world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan King Ryan Garcia. And his opponent now coming to the stage and to the scale. Born, raised, and fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, USA. His professional record, 29 victories, 18 wins by knockout, only 2 defeats with 2 draws. He is a 2-time 2-division world champion, the former lightweight world champion, the reigning, defending Ring Magazine and WBC welterweight champion of the world, Mario El Azteca Barrios.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, first onto the scale will be the challenger, and on the line will be that Ring Magazine belt. On the scale first, the challenger, Victorville, California's own King Ryan Garcia. $146.5 pounds for the challenger, Ryan Garcia. And now next on to the scales, the reigning and defending champion. He holds the the World Boxing Council title. The Ring Magazine title is on the line. It's vacant. Two-time, two-division world champion, former super lightweight world champion, reigning and defending WBC welterweight champion of the world, Mario El Azteca Barrios. £147 even for the champion, Mario Barrios.
Mike, you're the insider, senior insider for the Ring.
The final
Michael Barrios said about 5 times now that the
time.
Ring Magazine title is going to be on the line. Can you confirm? Is that a yes or a no?
It is not on the line. No.
Okay. Okay, because we were all wondering what's going on because we can't see the ring belt as well in the background. One thing we spoke about, Sergio, was the size. Not much. I mean, Ryan's big as well. Ryan doesn't look, apart from the height, Ryan looks as big as Mario I'm seeing.
Ryan Garcia looks lean, he looks muscular, he looks in great shape. Mario Barrios is a naturally taller, bigger, heavier fighter. Tomorrow's when you're actually going to see the rehydration and them actually fill out a little bit more. I can expect Barrios to look a lot bigger come tomorrow night.
Yeah, look, don't forget, right, when Gervonta Davis fought Mario Barrios at 140, Gervonta Davis was a lot smaller and he still knocked Barrios out. So like Sergio said, speed kills here, and I don't really think much of the size difference.
Yeah, it's an intriguing matchup. Again, a lot of pressure on Ryan Garcia to almost fulfill the potential he's had for nearly a decade. And again, those fights that we've been speaking about, they only happen if he gets the W. If he loses tomorrow, what next for Ryan? That's how much pressure's on him. What happens if he does lose?
If he loses, you know, I think Ryan Garcia is going to have to be he's going to be a B-side guy. You know, he's a B-side here, you know, literally.
Yeah.
And on the billboard, obviously he's the A-side in terms of the marketing. But if he loses this fight, you can't really call him a star anymore. You can't talk about any 4 kings. I don't know where he goes from here.
I love staring down like this. Sergio, always wanted to know, what are fighters thinking here? Are they just saying, let's just break this up? Or are you trying to see something? Are you trying to find something?
No, this is always the first round of a fight. You want to look into your opponent's size. You want to see the confidence. You want to see the build. You want to see if he's dehydrated. You want to see if he's gaunt, if he's struggled making weight. A lot can be told in that stare down. I know a lot of people, body language experts, don't agree. This is the first round of a fight, and this is when you leave with the full confidence for tomorrow night.
Mike, we've been waiting for a bit of difference from Ryan. I feel like I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing a more animated, energetic Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, this is what we like to see, and like I said yesterday, when I was in training camp with Ryan last week, this is the same kind of energy he had. He was animated, he was fired up. So, you know, a little more than 24 hours away now. I think Ryan Garcia is feeling the moment.
Okay, we are going to hear from the challenger, Ryan Garcia. In amongst it there is Mr. Todd Grisham. Todd, what's Ryan saying? Give us some insight, Todd.
All right, I'm here with King Ryan Garcia. You look amazing. How does it feel at this weight class, facing a guy that's bigger for you?
You know, it feels good. The weight cut was great. Preparation was amazing. You know, I'm just ready to give the fans a great fight come Saturday night. It's going to be a great one, and you know, I'm excited.
You've been very cordial this week, very calm. Now the fight's here, you can let loose. What are you going to do to this guy tomorrow night? Tell your fans what's going to happen.
You know, you're going to see a ferocious Ryan Garcia in the ring. We're not here to play games. From that start of that bell, we'll be ready to fight. I just wanted to give you guys a big thank you for everybody that came out. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Always, guys, it would not be me if I didn't thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So I want to let everybody know, keep following me, Jesus. Keep eyes focused on him. But yeah, man, we're going to be ferocious when it comes in that ring, and we're getting right to it.
You wrote a poem saying you're going to stop him by the 9th round. Is that the magic number for you?
I don't know. You know, I was just out there rhyming. But I'm just ready for a great fight. Whatever he brings, however it brings it, I prepared for 12 rounds or a quick night. Whatever it is, we'll be ready.
Let's bring your father in. You've had your son in this whole training camp. He's not willing to talk any trash. What's going to happen tomorrow night, Pops?
Well, I'm expecting a knockout. So I don't know if it's going to be the 7th or 8th, but there's going to be one.
How much respect do you guys have for Barrios? How tough is this fight going to be?
I respect all boxers that get in the ring. I do. I really do. But I know my son, we've been doing this since he was 8 years old. This is his time. This is God's time. And we're going to do it.
All right, Ryan, I'll give you the final word. A lot of people right now trying to decide if they should get the pay-per-view or not. Tell them why they should buy Garcia versus Barrios.
I'm coming like lightning, baby. You don't want to miss this one, I promise you. It's going to be a Ryan Garcia classic. You don't want to miss this one, I promise.
All right, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. King Ryan Garcia.
Well, Mario, that was a long stare down between you and Ryan. What was your final message to him up there on that stage?
I don't think I had to say anything. You know, I'm ready. The fight's tomorrow, finally. You know, I'm just, you know, I've been training for months for this. That's all I can really say. Just ready. We're ready to go in there tomorrow. Ready to put on a show. Ready to defend my title.
You've been confident all week long. You said you're going to test him. You said you're going to make him ask questions. You said you're going to push him. And it sounds like you think you're going to stop him. Why are you so confident that you're going to be able to take this fight to Ryan Garcia?
I got confidence in my preparation. You know, I know everything me and Joe, my whole team worked on, you know, for this camp. I think we have a phenomenal game plan, and yeah, you know, just looking forward to going out there and just executing.
You know that Ryan's got that left hook, but do you think there's anything else that you have to be worried about?
No, yeah, definitely. You know, both of his hands are dangerous, but you know, he definitely has an equalizer, you know, with that hook. But you know, like I said, everything we worked on. You know, I also have a hook. You know, I got 2 hands, and I think that there's a lot that he has to watch out for.
You made this change to Joe Goosen, not because you were getting ready for Ryan Garcia, but because you said you wanted to be more offensive-oriented in your future fights. You haven't had a knockout since 2023. Do you think this more offensive-oriented version of you can get that stoppage?
Definitely. You know, I'm going in there with bad intentions, going in there with, like I said, you know, just all of the work we put in, and you know, I think this fight could definitely end early.
Good luck, Mario.
Thank you.
There you go. One more sleep. You feel like this fight was first announced nearly 3.5 months ago. The fighters going to fight camp for 10 weeks or so, and now they're one sleep away, matter of hours away from throwing hands, and someone's going to be and still, or someone's going to be and the new.
The 3 most beautiful words. But here's the thing about and still, Mario Barrios, he needs to prove that he's a champion as well. Yes, he got that belt, but he got elevated. He wants to prove that he's on the championship level. He wants to prove that a guy like Ryan Garcia doesn't belong on the championship level. And of course, Ryan Garcia needs to shut up a lot of doubters and prove that he's the goods as well.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing with Barrios, isn't it? Because, again, I think maybe disrespected. You know, some people say the worst welterweight champion out there, but he does need a victory. It is 2 draws, which is so rare in boxing back-to-back, but it is 2 draws nonetheless. He needs a big W as well.
Yeah, no question. I think that's being slept on a bit. Barrios has a lot to prove. Coming off of a draw against, 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao, the great Manny Pacquiao, where I thought Barrios looked lethargic at times. He won all 3 rounds He won the last 3 rounds on all scorecards to pull out the draw. And before that, he was a big favorite against Abel Ramos and had a draw. So he needs something big tomorrow night.
He certainly does as well. And you guys at home need something big, and nothing bigger than the ultimate package for you as well.
The first rule of the Zone Ultimate is the first rule of the Zone Ultimate is you do not pay per view. You do not pay per view.
Do not pay per view.
The Ultimate Fight Night is here. You do not want to miss this.
Second rule of the Zone Ultimate is you don't pay per view. Because Ultimate gives you a minimum of 12 pay-per-view fights a year
At no extra cost. The only rule of the Zone Ultimate,
you do not pay per view. So join us ringside and welcome to the Zone Ultimate.
I like it. Join the club. Don't miss the Zone's new Ultimate plan. It is the best value for fight fans all over the world who want the best in boxing on their terms as well. Join the Ultimate, get a minimum of 12 pay-per-view events every year included at no extra cost. It really is the undisputed plan. Look at this undisputed lineup we have for the weekend for you. Wood Warrington, Nottingham Motorpoint Arena, Saturday. Get a coffee, stay up for this one. Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia here from Las Vegas. And then you can go to sleep, wake up, get another coffee because the quote is back. Clarissa Shields takes on Franchon Cruz-Dezurn 2. That one a repeat of the fight that happened back in 2016. Will it be repeat or will it be revenge?
Definitely my dream. Everything I'm doing is for my dream. February 22nd, when I'm victorious, it's definitely something that I set out to do, a mission that I won't stop until I get it done. And I'm going to walk through it. So I know Clarissa, she trained hard, but I hope she's ready. I hope she's ready because I am.
Now, I have brought these baby bottles because I thought Franchon was going to be on that today. When I first started boxing, the first girl I ever looked up in my phone, I was 13 years old. I looked up and I said, who is ranked #1 at 165 pounds to go to the Olympics? And the woman name that popped up was Franchon Cruz at 13. So she was my motivation back then, but I want to drop her. I want to knock her out. I want to hurt her. I want to make a statement because she's just that good.
Yeah, that one on Sunday. It's interesting because they clearly have a lot of respect for each other, but it's fight week. It's a couple of days away for both of those ladies, and you can tell it's getting a bit nasty, a bit spicy between the two. I think Clarissa Shields is special, and I think what she's struggling with, and we kind of touched on it yesterday, she's almost running out of opponents. If we're honest, she's now almost doing a lap again, isn't she, of the track of opponents she's fought before. But what can she do?
I mean, really, what she can do is she needs a knockout. You know, she hasn't scored many knockouts, and like you said, the way she fights out there just aren't many active boxers in women's boxing in the world. So she's running out of opponents. She needs a knockout.
Yeah, Clarissa is a victim of her weight class. She's a big fish in a small pool of talent, but that's not her fault. That's the reason she's jumping all the way to heavyweight to win world championships. And let me tell you something. I've called fights in Flint, Michigan, and Detroit. The crowd loves her. She packs the crowd. She's a star. Clarissa Shields is the GOAT. She's a star. She's the pound-for-pound goods. But when you could sell tickets like that and people come watch you and celebrities and everyone else, the music industry, that's when you know you're the goods. And that's when you know you could still sell at this level.
Yeah, she's obviously very good, as is Franchon Cruz-Dezurn as well. Let's not sleep on her. She can box. She's been an undisputed champion herself. Again, a bit like Clarissa, running out of opponents, hence why they're running this one back. But she's got power. She's got boxing ability as well. This might be Clarissa's toughest fight for quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, again, you know, they fought once before, so obviously Franchon knows what to expect against Clarissa. They fought in 2016, like you said. And Franchon, she's multi-talented. She also creates boxing robes and trunks. Pretty impressive.
Yes.
Franchon is a slugger, you know, and Shields is more polished. You know, she has better footwork. She's younger. She's faster. But I think the power is definitely on Franchon Cruz. If she lands that big right hand, she can maybe get the respect of Shields and the fight can turn in her favor. But if you don't have technique, if you don't have the polished, you know, technique to be able to compete with the speed and the power of Shields, then you're just going to get in trouble and run into shots.
Let's play a quick game. In terms of someone out there that maybe does have the technique and that kind of polished ability and power, is that a Lauren Price? Is that a Michaela Mayer? Can you see potentially any of those two in the future for Clarissa Shields?
I think it has to be Michaela Mayer, because Michaela Mayer, even though she is lighter, she's a tall fighter. She has an Olympic pedigree. She's a championship quality. She's mean. She's fierce, and she has speed. You need a little bit of all this if you're going to compete against Shields. You know, so I think if they can meet in the middle, meet around a certain weight class, then yeah, that's a fight to make.
The producer in my ears just told me that Michaela Mayer is going to be ringside and will be the studio guest on Sunday as well. So you know what that means. They're trying to make that fight, aren't they? They're trying to get that one on.
Hey, it sounds like you're playing matchmaker here, Ade, so well done.
I'm waiting for my 10%. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for my 10%. As we wrap here, all the fans have dispersed now. Everyone's going to eat and go to the bars in Vegas, as you do. It's been a fantastic weigh-in. We needed energy. We maybe didn't get it yesterday. We certainly got it today. And I think we're definitely going to get it tomorrow, Sergio.
We better get it tomorrow. Because, look, we keep saying it. That man, his back's against the ropes. Ryan Garcia needs a victory. He needs to shine. He needs to remind people, the fans, boxing, that he's still one of the best pound-for-pound talents, but he needs that championship strap around his belt for finally get called the world champion.
Can I put you both on the spot? I know you don't really like to do this stuff, but I will do it anyway. And you can say no. You can say, Ade, I'm not doing it. Are we going to hear and the new or and the still? Your thoughts now, down the row. And the new and still?
I think we get and the new. I mean, because if we don't, I don't think we'll see Ryan Garcia on the big stage again.
Okay. Mike?
Yeah, I hate to agree with Sergio, but I'm going to. I'm going to say knockout or TKO inside the distance. Ryan Garcia is going to pull it out.
Okay, we'll find out if these guys know their stuff or if they're wrong. Make sure you tune into The Zone tomorrow, the big one. Will King Ryan Garcia fulfill a lifetime ambition and potential and be the WBC welterweight champion? Or will Mario Barrios once again prove that he's just a step above? We'll see you tomorrow.
Live exclusively on DAZN. On the world's biggest stage, a champion with a disputed crown. A self-proclaimed king without a throne. Both have a point to prove. Can one of the biggest names in boxing finally be crowned world champion?
It's going to be a hell of a fight.
Barrios versus Garcia, February 21st. Watch only on DAZN.
Check. Hello.